everyone, it's Nancy, and I hope you're all doing well. And today we're going to continue on our Painted Christmas Traveler's Notebook. And if you missed the first video of how we put the base together, I do have playlists for all my projects. So it's under my playlists, and it's Painted Christmas Traveler's Notebook Journal number 1, Painted Christmas, okay? So I did put all the measurements down below, and I tried to list everything I'm using, and some things I haven't used yet I'll show you along the way, but I still tried to put everything in the description box below, plus the measurements, okay? Because I am not tech savvy. I don't know how to put measurements on the screen of my video. This is me raw. I mean, you get what you get, right? So sorry about that, but I do have them in the description box below, all the information. And if I forgot something, you let me know, okay? All right, so we have our base. We put the faux corners on, and we have a pocket here. We have a tall pocket here. This is where our signature will go. We have 2 pockets here, small ones. And then we have the tuck pocket here. And then we have our envelope here, okay? And then the back. So we're going to start just gussing this up a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is I wanted to put something here. And, you know, I struggled a little with thinking of covering these beautiful pictures up, but I think just what we're going to put in here is going to enhance everything. It's not going to cover stuff up. So I wanted to make a little band here to put a tag. So what I did was I have some of these tickets. You can get these on Amazon and I don't know where else, Etsy probably, but I just got, unfortunately you get a huge roll, which I bought long time ago in some different colors. So but anything like this, or just cut a strip, even if you have just a strip of red paper, like a different type of paper, be creative, right? So I've done this in projects before, but what I did was I took a strip of 3 tickets. Now let me just move this to the side. And what I do is I just kind of do this. I kind of like crinkle them up like this, and I don't mind. I kind of like when they're kind of wonky a little bit like that. And when I get it to where I like it, I will take it to the sewing machine and run a zigzag across it to hold it, okay? And that's how I got this. And that's going to be a little belly band. So if you don't have tickets, use something else, but that's what I do. And you can make it as long as you want. I've made long ones, shorter ones, little page toppers, everything. But it's kind of a fun idea. So I did that, and I made one here. And I made it so I could fit it right about here. And I figured the ticket was kind of fun because of the train. You need a ticket to get on the train. That's where my mind was. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put a Tim Holtz word there. Let me find my Tim Holtz sticker book here. This sticker book here, this is a 2024 sticker book, and then he had come out with I love these words here, and I'm going to use a green one because the train has some green in there. There's a little bit of green in here, and I thought it would look nice here. So I'm going to look for one of these that I think will work in here, and that would fit on here. Like I could do Season's Greetings. That would fit on here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, that was easy. I wish everything was easy. So I'm just going to use some glue because these aren't very sticky. And I'm going to glue this across my stitch line. So you'll see some of the stitch line on both sides, but let me just put this off here so that I'm just going to kind of center it the best I can So you will see some stitch there, and I'm just going to hold that down for a second to make it stick because it's a little bumpy there. And I left my threads just slightly long. You don't have to, but I did. So I'm going to glue it. Well, we're going to glue it on here as a tuck, but I want to make a tag to go in there. And I wanted to tell you on Amy's sheets where she has these images here, I printed them smaller than just a regular 8.5 by 11 because the journal is not a full-size journal. So I printed these kind of pages that have the pockets and these images here, size to 8 by 10, and then I click my little box and it kind of brings it in a little more. That's on my printer. So, but I pick, instead of full size page, I pick 8 by 10. So if you have the little box on your print when you pick your size, and you can make it just kind of brings it in a little more. Otherwise, I would size it. You don't want a full size because things won't fit. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, because I know everybody has a different way of printing and stuff, but I did print these 8 by 10, so I mean, I'm going to guess at least 70% smaller than 100%. I'm going to guess 75, so something like that. It'd probably be no more than 75%, 70, 75, if you need a percentage to print at. You might have to print a page just to try it. It's not that big of a difference, but I did have to slightly, print it down. So I want to make a tag to go in here, and I'm going to pick this girl because she looks like she's got her package and she's going to take her ticket and get on the train and deliver that package somewhere. So I have just some black cardstock here, and yeah, I'm not inking anything. I did not ink a darn thing. Just getting some fuzzies out here. I'm not going to ink, and I don't think I need to do it. So what I'm going to do is I feel, hold on, I'm going to get a little, I have a little emery board here. I just feel like I got some fuzzies here. I did put a new blade in, but I just got a few little fuzzies that are bothering me here. So I'm just using a little, just a good old-fashioned emery board here to take those off. That's a little hint what I do. So what I want to do is put this on cardstock, and then I'm going to cut it out. I still see a fuzzy here. So for me, what's easy for me is to glue this on and then cut around it. Okay, so I am going to use my wet glue, and I'm going to glue it on, but I'm going to leave a little extra black cardstock at the top because I want to put an eyelet with some dyed chiffon silk as a little decoration on there. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to kind of gussy up the base of this traveler's notebook. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to line it up. I just want a scant border on this, just a scant. Okay, and then I'm going to get my cutter out. Reach in for the cutter here, sorry. Let me cut this. I'm probably not in frame, so give me a moment. I'm just using my big cutter here to cut this out, and then I'll use my small one. Oh my goodness, if I could grab it, that'd be good. Okay, so I am really excited to do this kind of recipe of a card, a recipe of a journal, but I'm excited to try it with different kits because they'll all look different. It'll be the same design or recipe, as I'm calling it, since it's the holidays. I called it a recipe. And I'm gonna leave probably about a 1/4 inch, I think, a generous 1/4 inch up on top. I would say that's, and it's very scant around the sides here. So, and I'll leave this cutter out for now. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just, I want to put an eyelet in there. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball a little pencil mark there. And I have my little container with all my bits here. I have my little black eyelet there. And I want to get my crocodile here. I'm going to use the small hole. And I'm going to see if I could see it. I'm trying to see my pencil mark. It's kind of dark in here, so I got to make it darker. The sun's going down and it's a cloudy day. So let me make it a little darker. Maybe I could see it better there. All right, so I'm going to do it right here. Okay, I got it. And I'm going to put this eyelet in, if I can get it in there. It's a little tiny eyelet. Use what you have. I'm going to close it up like that. I really got close, but that's okay. It's still going to be fine. We're not going to pull on it or anything, so it's fine. And then I want to take a piece of silk. This silk here that I'm using in this journal is this luscious red silk that I get from, and I didn't, I always get my silk here that I like to use from Honey Silks and Company. This is just a beautiful rich red. It goes with this kit perfectly. I looked on their website. They don't have any red right now, so I'm sure it's coming because of the holidays. And I linked the shop below. Okay, so that's where I'm getting this from. So I'm going to just kind of put this in here, and hopefully it's going to go in because I'm on camera. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put that in there, and I'm just going to give it a little tie. I just wanted to put a little something at the top to decorate this tag. Just a little pop of red, if I could tie it. If I could tie it, that'd be really good. You know how it is on camera, right? You could tie it 1, 2, 3 when you're just making your own. But give me 1 minute. And I actually cut a strip in half because it was too thick to go through my little eyelet. So I did cut the strip. Oh my goodness. Can somebody help me? Somebody help me. Somebody tie this and I'll... Okay, fast forward till you see that I tied it. It might take a sip of coffee or tea because it's going to take a minute here. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay, got it on there. Just real simple like that, right? Okay, and so now we're going to get our little... I want to make this a tuck for here. How cute is this, right? That's what I'm going to do. So I want to put it like on an angle, and she's going to go, and she's going to fit just perfectly in there like that. So I'm just kind of looking to see where I wanted to put this. I'm going to leave her there for a minute, and I'm going to just put some glue on the ends like so. And close it up because it's probably going to dry out here. Okay. That's where I want her, like that on an angle. So I'm going to make sure I have this in correctly. Make sure it's clearing my you know, that. Let me just hold that down for a second. I'll take her out. Whoops. Sorry if I shook the camera. I apologize. So let's get that on there. I won't put her in there yet. Give me a minute. And it's just cute because it's not really covering up the scene, but I like it. I think it's a little bit of dimension, but not much. And that red just, oh, I love it. I just love that. So isn't it cute? Okay, so we have that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this over. On this side here, what I wanted to do, make a little pocket here, but I don't want to cover this up. So I'm looking for my, okay, what I did was I have vellum. And I took an embossing folder. And I embossed, I have this pine needle embossing folder. Use any kind of, embossing folder. Cut yourself a piece of vellum. The trick is to lightly spritz the vellum with water a couple times, put it in your embossing folder, and run it through one time, and it avoids the cracking of the vellum, okay? The only thing is, if you're not going to use it right away, you need to put it flat under something. So, because see how it curls? Even though I kind of did put it flat, it's still curling. But what I want to do is cut it to the size of this pocket here. And then we're going to kind of cut it around and make this a pocket for another tag. So I know I need to cut a little bit of this off. And I'll give you the measurement. I can cut some of this top off too to make it fit. Let me just get rid of some of this here. Okay, I want to cut this down. I have to cut it to fit the pocket. So I'm going to see here what I can do. And then I'll give you my measurement. Okay, make sure this works here. Because we want it to clear the pocket. Okay, that's good. So this piece that I did, it ends up being 3.5 by, it's 5.5, but I'm going to cut some of this plain off. And if you don't have the plain, you can leave it the way it is. But I think it's going to be kind of nice to, cut a little, like a wavy border. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut, just freehand it. Like that. And I'll show you. So it's going to glue on the page like that and be a pocket. All right. So I'm going to put my glue here and here, and I'm using a thin wet glue, and it will dry fine. And you could use fabric tack, but I wanted to get a finer line, and I couldn't get it with the fabric tack. So unless you have a fine tip on your fabric tack, or somehow, I don't think it would even come through a fine tip. So I'm just using my fine tip glue here, and I'm going to line this up here with the side of the pocket and the bottom. And as long as you put a thin bead of glue, you should be fine. Now I'm going to have to hold this down or get something to clamp it down because it did curl. If you spritz it and do it right away, it'll stay flat. It'll be flat, okay? But if you do it and then wait, it's going to curl. So let me just get some of my little clamps here and hold this down. It'll only take a few minutes. Okay, let me get, these I got from the Dollar Tree. You can get these. They still have them. I've seen them there. But I just want to make sure I get enough of them on there to hold this down. And then we can make the tag. And then once this is closed, once it's closed and has everything in it, it will it'll be flat. It'll lie flat again. Okay, and one more. Let me get that. One more. Okay, so that should do a job right there. Okay, so we're going to have that there. This will be flat. And we need to make a pocket to go in here now. So any Christmassy, could be snowflakes, flower, poinsettias, whatever you have. Look at what you have already, okay? Now, the tag I want to put in this pocket here is this pretty lady here. So I'm going to make her, I'm just getting, I don't know why I had these little fuzzies here. They're driving me crazy. I don't want to see any of these fuzzies here. Okay, I'm going to back her with red cardstock. So I have a piece of red cardstock that goes really well. I'm going to glue her on. So I'm going to get her glued on. Of course, it's already dried up. Wow. I think it happens, doesn't it? Can't even get my pin in there. It happens more in the winter, right? Because we have the heat going and it's cold and, oh my goodness. Let's see if I can, I don't know why it's so, let's see if that worked. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my glue now. Okay, there we go. Okay, no problem. We got it going now. All right, there we go. Only on camera. Doesn't happen when you're not using it, when you're not filming. Oh, I am so fortunate that you all are so kind to me and you put up with me and my quirks. I really, really appreciate all of you. I wish we could all get together and have one big giant crafting time. I really do. That would be so much fun to meet everybody and craft. I would love that. Okay, I'm going to put her on. She's just going to be, I'm not putting a topper on her like I did the other one. I'm just going to put a very small border around her too. All right. And, okay, got to make sure I keep my glue covered here because, so let me cut her out on my cutter here. All right. And then just giving her a tiny border all the way around. Okay. Like that, and I really think it looks nice just like that. And then what I want to do for her, I want to put a little Tim Holtz word, and then I'm looking for my other papers here that I have. I have some hand-dyed paper from Jacqueline's shop. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I've got to put Jacqueline's, she's Jacqueline Lovely's. Her name is Jacqueline. Her channel, YouTube channel, is Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She has live sales usually on Fridays afternoons, and she'll be having, sells a lot of different things, and she sells things for other crafters to promote them. But I always buy her dyed papers and envelopes, and you've seen me use them in a multitude of journals, Halloween. Well, I'm using some of her dyed tags and papers in this journal, as you will see. So this is just some dyed ledger, looks like ledger paper or calendar page, and I'm going to put this on the back. And I don't mind the torn edge, like so. So I'm just going to put like a crease in here. Where's my tear ruler? That's what I want. I want a tear ruler here. And I'm going to just back this with some of this dyed paper here, which I think would look really good. And I like it that it's uneven and it's going to look fine. Just giving it a crease, and then I'm going to tear it like so. And I'm going to glue that on here, and that's a nice backing. It even has some lines on it, but And it would be fun. You could use a black marker, like a fine tip. Oops. But I think it would be really fun too if you used a white gel pen on this to write. But there's options, right? So I'm going to just, yep, I'm going to put this on here like so. So I got to remember to put Jacqueline down there. Okay, so now this gal, I need a little something word up here. So I'm going to get my Timmy words out. Where did I put them? Am I looking at them? Okay, where'd my Tim words go? I'm so disorganized here. Oh, here they are. I found them. Okay, so, but I want to use one of these kind up here. So let's see what we could use here. She's taking a walk. How about the snowflakes come down? That would be good. I like that one. Let's see if there's something else here. That would fit up there, right? Something with like walking or snow or no, not dashing through this. She's not dashing. I think I'll do the one I saw here. Where is it? Now I can't find it. What did I say? The snowflakes coming down. Thank you for telling me, whoever said it. Nance, the snowflake. So if you're looking to ink anything with this kit, I have all those reds, and I tried them all, and to me, Barn Door matches the reds in Amy's kits the best. I just wanted to go along the edge with this. So I am inking something in this journal here. I'm just touching it with the ink pad on the edge here, because it'll make it stand out. Otherwise, it's going to get lost. Okay, so I like Barn Door. And I'm going to put that across the top here. And you'll see just by hitting it a little bit with the on the sides, not, it's going to work really well. And I'm going to put it right there, like so. Okay, there we go. The snowflakes are coming down. All right. And then, oh, I forgot to put the writing paper on the other tag, but I will do that. Okay, now, I'm thinking this should be able to come off now. All right, so let's get all these out of here. Get them out of the way here. Okay, like I said, this will lie flat. So I'm going to put this tag in here, and I want her peeking up. Now, don't you think that looks pretty? I love that. I really do. I think that looks so nice. Okay, what else? What's next? Oh, I want to put something here. I want to put the poinsettias. I feel like I want to. I'm looking in my little bin of all the things I cut out from the kit here. And I want to see, there's like a double poinsettia. And I want to find it. It's like a red and a white one. Oh yeah, there it is. I want to do this one. And I thought, well, the boughs are there. And I just thought that would look real pretty there. So I wanted to gussy that up a little too. So let's do that. Just been listening to lots of Christmas music, different kinds, and that kind of thing. I just got some decorations out, but I haven't really done any decorating yet because I've been kind of busy with, just things and appointments and stuff. So, yeah, but I'll get to it like we all will. I can't believe Thanksgiving is like in 2 weeks. Oh, now I think that looks nice. I like it. Okay. All right. So now the next thing I want to do is close that up. And okay, let's open this up here. Now, this is the back here. Okay. I have a bow die. I listed it below where I got it from. I got it last year, actually. I didn't buy it this year. It's available, and it is from the Greetery. You can buy the die separate, which cuts the bow, or you can get it with the stamp set, which I got the stamp set with it. So you have a stamp set, and you can stamp. It's like a double stamp, so it's two-toned, and then you cut it out with the die. And the sayings, see, like here's, I did some pink, just pink ones here, and I left them in there because I was making something. But what are the sayings? I'm trying to read what they are. I can't read them backwards. Let's see what they are here. It says, with love, thanks a bunch, happy Easter, happy spring, Merry Christmas, happy birthday, thinking of you and just for you. So I did get, I won't put this away now. So I have some red velvet paper, and I die cut a bow out of the red velvet paper, and it's just gorgeous, but it needs backing. So the red cardstock that I'm using, I cut one out of there, and I am going to build this bow up to make it stronger because we're going to use it as a tuck. So if you don't have anything like this, you can just cut a paper bow out of something. You can, maybe you have something similar that you could use, but I wanted something different, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have this bow die, and it would make a perfect tuck for the tag. So I am putting glue on there. I'm going to line it up, and I'm just reinforcing it here because the red velvet paper, and now the red velvet paper I've had for a long time because, as you know, I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator years ago. So but I'm sure you could find it if you Google it. I don't know if the stores carry it. I can't tell you that because I haven't seen it. But, you know, you could use glitter paper, red glitter paper. I know that's out there. Whatever you think. So on this page here, I want to glue this bow up here, but I want to make it a tuck for a tag. We're going to make another tag. So I am going to just kind of glue it across here and up here for my tuck. I don't want to do too much because then I won't be able to use it as a tuck. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of glue it across here like that. And then I'm going to center it on my, right there. I'm going to center it. I'm going to center it. Yes. Okay, I'm going to hold that down. And then we're going to make our tag to go under it. I think it really adds something, this red velvet bow. I love it. I love how it looks. Okay, so while that's drying, look at that. Oh, we're going to make a tag. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got that tag. I will put something on the back of that. And, okay, so we have that. And that one. So we're going to, yes, sorry about that. I want to do 10 things at once here. I'm going to get this gal. She's going to be the tuck, the tag. And I'm going to put her on black. So I'm going to get my black cardstock here again. I'm going to glue her on. We're going to make her, she's going to look so pretty under that red bow. Let me just, if I could stay on the paper with my glue. I'm a terrible gluer. I don't know. I think sometimes I'm just not that good at gluing. Or, I don't know, maybe you know what it is, I think I get nervous making the video. I'm a little nervous doing, we're not professionals, right? All right, so once again, I'm going to give it a scant border because I think it just looks really rich like that with a scant border to offset Amy's images here. But you could do what you want. Just make sure it fits where you're putting it, right? So let's get that on. And then I'm going to cut it. Careful not to shake my camera here. I'm going to try not to. And if you don't see me, I'm right here cutting my tag here, so I can't get it on the screen, all of it. So there we go. All right, so now she's good, and I will back her with some dyed paper I have. That is from Jacqueline, and it's like the black, gray, whitish with a little black and gray in there. So there's our tag. And I don't want to put anything on her other than I will put a backing because I think she looks, we could put a saying on there, we could. Now look how that just tucks right up under there, and I want to make sure you see her. And I thought, oh yeah, she needs to be under that red bow. We could put a word. We could do that. Let me get those Tim Holtz words over here again. We could put something there. Okay, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. May your days be merry and bright. That would be nice, wouldn't it? How about that one? May your days be merry and bright. Yeah, let's do that. I will do that. And then once again, I'll just hit the edges with the red, because it's going to kind of go over her dress. Okay. All right. All right, so let's get that glued on. I know a lot of you are still working on the neighborhood, the Christmas shops. Just take your time and enjoy it. That's what I always tell everybody. All right, I'm going to put it right here like that. Yeah, I like that. Isn't it pretty? I really like this tuck here. I think it's really good. And she's perfect under there, and I love her smile. Okay, so far, how are we doing on time? We're good. So we made this tuck here with the tickets. Am I on? Yeah. Tuck with the tickets here and a cute little tag. Oh, I love this kit. Then we made a vellum pocket with a tag. And then we made a tuck with the bow here. Okay. Now on this page here, which I absolutely love, this is the back of the envelope here. And I really don't want to cover it up, but I think most of us have this from the Dollar Tree, this webbing with the white, and it looks like snow. Look at that. I want to put an overlay of this here. Okay, so I'm going to, without hitting my camera probably, I'm going to try to measure. Now you can have it extend underneath just to have some out. I can do that, and then what I'm going to do here is we're going to end up attaching it at the top. So I am going to just kind of hold it where I want it and give it a cut here across, like so. I'm just going to cut all the way across so I can get this out of here. And then I'm going to, left-handed, give it a cut there. And I'm going to fold it and give it a cut so I can And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to get it as perfect as I can. That's what I'm going to do. Use my big scissors so I can get it maybe in one cut where I did cut it here. Okay. So let's see if I do that right. It doesn't have to be exact because it doesn't. So let's see how I did. I think I did fine. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it long like this for now. And and look at how that looks. It's snowing. And you know what? There's deer. There's deer in Amy's kit, and there's the black one, which I love. But and you could put them there. I think I kind of like the smaller one because he kind of looks like, even though there's like water, but there's land like right over here. And I feel like I want to glue him there, like he's crossing, you know? So I'm going to like just kind of see. I like how that looks. And we're going to attach that up there. And then he's like walking. Isn't that pretty? Now, we could do the dark one. The dark one's a little bigger. I think he's a little bigger, but we could have him going. I guess we could put him there that way. If you want the dark one, I don't know. But I think, I really like that other one, I think. But that looks good there too. I think I'm going with this one. So I'm going to glue him down like right there. So like he's walking across the land that's around the lake. Because I just wanted to use, we'll probably use the black deer on a tag. I think he'll look good on a tag. Because I think they're pretty. Amy, you did such a fantastic job on this kit. I mean, I don't think pictures show it justice. You need to print it because the colors in this are just amazing. And they really do look like they're printed. They're very rich. It prints like a gem. I really love this. And like I said, if you don't pick the couple pages with the Santa like I did, if you just pick the scenes and without the Santa, this could definitely be just like a winter journal. If you're not into Christmas, definitely could be a winter journal. All right, I am going to put him down here. And let me get him here. Okay. All right. Make sure he's on there. All right, now to attach this, what we're going to do is I will put a line of glue, but I'm going to make a header with one of the Tim Holtz words. And I'm going to see, I want a long one. Ooh, Walking in a Winter Wonderland. That'd be the one. That would be the one right there. That's the one I want. Okay, so I'm going to back this with black. And let me see if I have a strip of my black cardstock that this is going to fit on. This one's a little too thin. This one here, I think this one's going to work. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to run a line of glue up on top there just to get this started. So I'm going to put glue up here, just a line. The paper and the word is going to cover this, but I am getting this started to put on here right now. Line it up like so. Just make sure it gets into the glue. Make it even so it's not getting crushed. Now, if you don't like it loose, you can definitely glue it down. But I'm making sure I'm clearing my the fold. All right, I'm going to put this for a second right there because I want to work on the word here. So I think this is going to work just fine on here. Yep. Well, let's get this, and better make sure it works on here though, right? Oh, it's a little too long. Oh, bummer. Wait, hold on. I thought it was going to work, you see? It's a little too long, and I don't want to cut it. Let's go back to the drawing board. Doggone. Okay, let's pick something else. A little smaller. A Wonderful Christmas Time. Ooh, Peace on Earth would be pretty, but that's kind of small. That's really small. Let's try it. It would work, but it would be small. Okay. And I want to use red to pick up the red. How about Believe in the Magic? Oh, how about A Wonderful Christmas Time or Believe in the Magic? Believe in the Magic would be nice there, I think. That would be nice. All right, let's do that one because I know that'll fit. So I am going to, I'm just cutting, I just have this strip cut so I have enough black border around it, that's all. So it's maybe like a 1/2 inch that I can use for this. I'm going to kind of glue it in the middle because I know there's going to be some black on both ends. I don't want to cut it too short. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, now let's bring it over and see where do I need it to be. I want it to be in the middle. So I'm going to cut it here. And then I'll probably cut it down. A little bit. See, and that's going to get glued on top. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. So let's get that glued down. I don't know if I have any of my fabric tack available. Let's see here. That would be good to use on this. Let's see if I can get some out of my old bottle here. See if it's, yeah, it's still got some juice in here yet. Hold on. Because that is a little bumpy, so if you have fabric tack to use, that would be good. And okay, I'm gonna pick this up carefully. Believe in the Magic. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna put it where it matches up to the top of the envelope here. Make sure you clear your fold, and if you have to trim a little, you can, but just always make sure nothing is interfering with the fold, okay? And I can just look here and make sure it's on there. And I think I could trim just a hair off, so I'm going to turn it around. And let's see if I need to do that. Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. Let me press that down there. So now we have this beautiful winter scene here that you can lift up and look at. That deer, and then just leave this here as hanging. And it's so pretty. I love that. Love, love, love it. Okay, the next thing, we're going to do one more thing to the base, and then I'll let you go. So I'm going to fold this up like so. And if you don't like it flapping around, you can definitely glue down here and attach it down here too. But I don't mind it flapping. I kind of like it that you can lift it up. I'm going to fold this up. Let me fold this way. Okay, and fold that over. On the back cover here, I wanted to put another pocket with a gentleman because we've used a lot of the ladies. So remember I had told you I printed these down. This is one of the pockets, and I actually had to cut it a little bit smaller to fit here. And I wanted to put this pocket here and make a tag with this gentleman here, because this looks like the front of him here, right? Maybe. So I just kind of cut it so it would fit here. So I'm going to glue this on and get to the edge if you can. so you have the most real estate to make your tag, like so. Okay. And I'm going to put it here, center it, not all the way to the bottom, but there. Let that stay on there. Cover this up. And I want to make sure he's going to go in there with his background. Yeah, he will. He should fit fine. So let's leave that glue there. And I wanted to put something here. And I found this Tim Holtz piece here. Like he's going to be in there and he's shopping and he's saying at the end, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I want to pop this off. So I might as well just stick this on there while I'm thinking about it with some of my adhesive pop dots. Or, like I say, use the foam and cut it to size. And then you can use that, which is a more economical way of doing this. So let me get this on here right away. I think it's a fitting ending for the back of this journal. So I'm going to put that there. Set it where I want it. I love that. Okay, so now while the pocket's drying, let's make him. I'm going to put him on, I think he's going to go on red because he's a lot of black. So I'm going to get my red piece of cardstock out here. And let's get him on there. He'll look good on the red, right? Make sure I don't have any fuzzies on my paper here. I'm just using my little emery board here because I see a little fuzzy here. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So now I'll just show you again what we did to the base. We decorated the base and I think it's so pretty. So then the next thing to do in the next video is to start making the tags. So we're going to do that. And then we have to make the signature. Okay. So we have a little bit more work to do. All right, so let me get him on here. Once again, a small border, which I think looks so nice on these tags. Get my cutter out, carefully cut without knocking the camera. Let me try that. Okay. All right, that looks fine. Okay, and then he's going in that pocket. We could put a saying on him, but see how he looks in the pocket like this? Don't you love that? I think he looks great. I don't know. We could put something on there maybe. I don't know. Let's see if there is something small that we could attach to him. I would just put a small one somewhere up there. Making spirits bright. Not a little round man. Oh gosh, that's too funny. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking to see if there's something we can put. Gift of love. What do you want me to put on here? Peace and joy. Christmas finery? No. Okay. Why is this always so hard? Because the right one has to... Oh, how about peace to all? Peace and joy to all. I like that one for him. Yeah, I think that will be good. So let's put that on. It's the right size and everything. I like it. Now let's see, where are we going to put it? Up here. Yeah, we'll do that there. And then we'll just take a quick look again of what we did today. I hope you're thinking this is a fun idea. Yeah, I'm going to put it right, I think I'll put it like this, kind of on an angle, kind of like that, just a little angle. I love that. Okay, let's take a quick look because I've already got you for an hour, but you know, it is work. We do have stuff to do on here. So we have the front, and oh, on the front, I wanted to put another piece of Tim Holtz. This is one of his other pieces, this thing that says, it's like a wood, it looks like a faux wood sign that says Christmas greetings. I put some of my bigger adhesive foam tape on here, and I thought it needed something, and I just want to put this right. I don't want to do it up, well, it would look good up there actually, wouldn't it? Christmas greetings, or I was going to do it here like that, but then I'm covering up his belly. So maybe I do like it up here. How about right here? Right there. Yes. Okay, so now we have a cute little sign. I kind of like this. I might kind of just jag this up a little bit here to kind of make it a little jaggedy, like a, here. Not jaggedy, but like, kind of like that. Not so it's not so straight. Yeah, like that. Okay. I like it. So we have that front. Okay, now we open it up and we made the belly band and this pretty girl tag here. Real simple, but very elegant. Very, very elegant tag, I think. I really like them. So I'm going to tuck her back in there and I'll put a backing on her. So that looks pretty. And it doesn't take away from the scene. Okay, and then we made the vellum pocket here, and we made a real pretty tag to go in there, like so. Keep her poking up there. And then, oh, here we made the red velvet bow and made a pretty tag just to go under there, and all those can be journaled on. We have Believe in the Magic with the snow falling down, and this beautiful scene with the reindeer we put. Yep. Okay, and then that's our envelope. I'm going to close that first. That goes first. Now the envelope goes down. And then on the very back, we have the pocket here, one of Amy's pockets that I just resized. Put this Tim Holtz piece here and made this tag of the gentleman to go back here. So that's what we did so far on the base. We still need to do tags, tag in here, top loading, 2 small ones here, a side one here, and everything else we're gonna, oh, and then I want to make an ornament to put in here too, that Amy was making those round ornaments with the little pocket in it. I want to make one like something like it, but with something else. I don't have what she has, so we'll do it. And then we have our, yeah, so we still have some work to do, but what do you think so far? Do you think, I think it's so pretty, and I can't wait to put the signature in here. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then that, I want to tie it with a beautiful bow with this red. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. So I hope you like it, friends. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll answer them the best I can. And then I'll see you in the next video and we'll continue on with our first journal of, let's see how many we can do. Okay? Take care now. Bye.